Good.
I love to start with tell me something good. Where's my music?
I have something good.
Okay, I have something.
First hand up.
Okay, I put a first-time home buyer finally under contract yesterday, the 5th time, multiple offers, and we got it. I have a similar story.
Working with your first time home buyers.
Couple of months.
Okay, so what was the lead to sales cycle from the time that you met them to the
Well,
time that you
This
started
was
working with them?
actually a family member of a past client, so it was,
Okay.
yeah, just.
Okay, so that's great. You stay in touch with your people and you got a
Absolutely.
referral.
Well, you know me, I work my database.
I know,
all
I
the
love
time.
it. Did you hear it?
I work my
my
database. I don't do any cold calling anymore. At all.
That doesn't mean cold calling is bad.
No, it's just that I don't have to do cold calling
Yeah.
because I'm staying in touch with my database and I'm getting enough business.
They love you.
Referrals from clients, past clients, friends, family, that my pipeline is full. So if you build a database and you stay in touch with it, you don't have to do cold calling. But if you don't have a database and you don't have enough business, you do need to do cold calling. Because I did cold calling until I got to this point. I did. I have like 750 people in my database. And I started out years ago with like maybe 300, so I've more than doubled it.
All right, so I know we have more than one good thing because
Melanie
I'm on
does.
morning call
Yeah,
at
yeah.
8:30 most mornings except today. And I hear good things every day. Yes, tell me something good.
Melanie has
I have one.
And I have one.
So I started here like January 3rd, got a couple friend buyers, and finally, like, just like familiar, same as you, FHA. I can't believe the guy with the snowballs chancing, you know where, that he got this offer, and it was an offer accepted on Monday for my young FHA buyer. I got his ducks in a row. Like, I'm doing a little bit more than I probably should, but it's a friend, so I'm like helping with insurance and.
You give him the best client.
I gave him,
experience
helping with
you
insurance and, getting his inspection set up and all that. And so basically, yeah, I'm tired.
can. Well, that's the life of the design, right?
I'm tired. I'm a little frazzled. And I appreciate Cindy and Michael Shore's help. They've been really, really, like, I don't think I could have done it without them because it's just a lot to, so yeah, here's my good aha.
So that is we're gonna do our culture moment. You said I couldn't have done it without.
No way.
So who were the agents again?
So my PC coach is Michael Shore, and my non-paid PC agent is Cindy.
Yes.
And I tell you what, I couldn't be happier. She's an angel, and seriously.
So that's part of our culture, right? Success.
Be able to help. And actually, I have a friend of mine that asked me about it, and I said, this is a great company. She wants to get her license, and I'm like, you need to.
We have
Really?
preschool.
With that,
Preschool.
I told her that, and she actually interviewed for an assistant's job, and I think that it just wasn't gonna work out for her or whatever, but they told her that.
Yep,
And I'm like,
free licensing.
yeah, I told her that, so we'll see.
All right, well, Vera and Julia, you had to tell me something.
So on the drive here, I got a call, didn't recognize the number. I did a listing in West Chase, West Chase, and it was friends of mine sold a house and then got a listing 4 houses down. Ended up getting it under contract, and then there was a 4th room that was put on illegally. The code of the inspector was a former code enforcement officer. So everything went downhill. The client said, okay, we're not selling. We can't afford to do the changes that they're wanting us to do. This is a nightmare, blah, blah. It had been sold 3 times prior like that, but we just got lucky with this code enforcement. Anyway, so but every time I was there, I always talked to these gentlemen that were 3 houses down. It was awesome. They were so funny. This has been like 2.5 years probably since I did this exact deal. They just called me today that they were tickled. They remembered me, and their mom lives nearby, and they want me to come Sunday and meet them and sell their house.
All right.
I will once I get it. But it's the neatest thing is they were, and the thing is I got goosebumps because they were such a delight every time I talked to them. And then, in the fact that they remembered me was so neat. So that's fun when stuff like that. It is.
And that's why this business is so addicting, right?
Mhm.
All the good,
Yeah.
all the challenges, all the problems.
And I always say, when you're doing an open house and you have that neighbor that's the nosy neighbor, the looky-loo, let them in and dote on them, because I have done an open house where she goes, I was slammed, and she's like, oh honey, I'm just looking around, I just went to the house outside, she's like 82. I go, okay, yeah. And I went up to her and it slowed down, I go, did you have any questions? She's like, no honey, but I like how you handle yourself, I want you to come talk to us when you're done and come live in my house. And I was like, where's the candy cane? So you just don't know. So I'm excited.
Yay, good for you.
Because there's so much.
Come listen. Okay, so it's a new month, happy month, right? March Madness, the beginning of spring, this is when all the listening starts, but we also have some birthdays. If you have a March birthday, stand up.
Stand up.
You don't have to, you don't have to stop. 53, we're like a badge of honor. What about you, Alex? 19. Brand new agent, so I'm gonna go right into that. We have some new agents here. You guys stand up. Can you tell us your name? Kind of, I know how you came in, but I don't know how you came into the company. And anything super cool, significant that we can't guess about you.
My name is Josh Lewis. I was brought on to by a friend of mine. I actually worked for a company in Town Park, and I saw that he was, doing really good. So I called him and asked him, how do you manage and who you with? And he said, I'm with the Global Williams. And he said, yeah, gotta get in there. So I'll just call me, and here I am. And we wouldn't know about me.
What does that say about my follow-up system? When did I meet you?
Oh yeah, like.
Don't throw yourself under the bus. I have to, it's funny, it's funny. You got this great smile, he comes over to my office, he's with Anjali, and I'm like, hi, they're walking back and forth, the next day he comes in.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you have a great smile too, and I don't remember this, what's wrong with you?
And I'm a Giants fan, so I won't like that, but.
Good luck.
I know, right? Thank you. But it's great to be here. Great to meet you all. Great.
Welcome.
Awesome.
My name is Alex. Everybody that I know that has gone to a house, like my parents, my aunts, all them, always go to rooms. I check out your guys' website and all that. You guys are the best, So, I chose you guys, of course. And, here. My interesting thing is I'm building a 1995 240 SX.
Wow.
That's my big.
Okay, that would be a great group for him to prospect in, getting starting in his real estate.
Our enthusiasts.
Our club.
Absolutely.
Because we want to make the things that we love purposeful for our business, because then it's not.
Also join KW Young Professionals.
Yes.
Which one's that?
I'm too old. I've been
Yeah.
in.
If you're under 40, join them.
I thought it was 30.
I'm a liar.
We all believe it.
Right. You guys are sitting in the middle of the room because we have a Zoom with John Prescott. John is going to talk to you about a class that we have coming up, 36-12-3, which is a legion class, which is a great thing to start after you've done Ignite or before. That's what I want to talk about now. Let's let him tell you about that. John, are you ready to speak for us? He's online. In theory.
His camera's on.
Which means he's calling myself.
Good morning, Keller Williams Tampa Property. How are you?
Oh, no, we can't hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Hold on, John, we're having an audio function issue here. Give me just a second.
Okay.
All right, try you now.
Can you hear me now?
Can't hear you.
All right, one more time.
Can you hear me now? Well, first of all, good morning, Keller Williams Tampa Properties. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Amber Lee, Howard Weinstein. Thank you so much. Your market center deserves a great big hand. And let me tell you why. First of all, let's just give them a hand, then I'll tell you why they deserve such a big hand. I'm just going to spend about 5 minutes with you guys. I just want to let you know that one of the OPs that has multiple market centers and your OP that owns your market center has requested that we bring 3612-3 back to life with incredible instructors. I'm going to tell you about those in just a second. And since we started doing this, Gary Keller found out about it. He loved the idea. He's got Keller Williams University assigned to helping us and updating all the material. Gary Keller wrote 3612-3 to get agents into production, especially after they had graduated from Ignite or they were just struggling. 3612-3 stands for 36 sales in 12 months. How many of you guys would like to do an additional 36 sales or to do just 36 sales in the next 12 months? Now, maybe it's not for everybody. You know, maybe you just want to do 2 or 3 deals. The average agent in the United States does 9. So maybe you're okay with doing 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, 9 deals a year. However, if you really want to kick it up to the next level, you want to do 3612-3. So when Holly Prescott, my wife from FES, Florida Educational Services, asked me to lead up this program. If y'all remember, some of you may know this, I ran the BOLD program for 7 years. I worked with Gary Keller for 3 years straight, and we rewrote BOLD 2.0, BOLD Pivot. So when I was asked to lead this project, I said, sure, I'll be glad to do it. I've got to have some excellent instructors. So here's what we did. Jake Ancarelli from the Tampa Market Center. I'm sure you guys know him. He made $500,000 GCI last year. He will be teaching The Power of One, which is the same thing as the One Thing book, and how important it is for agents to focus on your one thing. Jake will also be leading us through Sphere of Influence, our MET database, and focusing on prospecting. And then also he'll be teaching a session on open houses. Now there's 12 sessions. So that means your training calendar will be filled up in March, along with the other 4 classes that FES offers. You'll have 16 additional classes to choose from. By the way, you can choose one, or you can choose more than one, or you can choose to be in the whole 3612-3 program and graduate and really be on track to do 36 deals in 1 year. We also have Jason Smith. Jason Smith is from Miami Beach. He made $355,000 last year in GCI. He's going to be focusing on prospecting secrets and how to really kick up your prospecting. That's one-on-one, FaceTime, social media, stuff like that. He also, a large part of Jason's business comes from FSBOs and expireds. So he's going to teach you how to do that properly. It's awesome. He's such a great instructor too. Xavier Munez, a lot of you have heard of him. You've taken classes from him. He made over $315,000 in GCI last year. He's going to teach you the command database along with landing pages and all the Keller Williams technology. He's also going to teach another class on agent-to-agent referrals using technology and how to get the most out of it. He's from Tampa, Florida also. Michelle Marino from Tampa, Florida. She's going to be teaching you geographic and demographic farming. Woohoo! Now she's a mega agent, and she made over $260,000 last year, and is a productivity coach and done both jobs. So she really knows how to leverage. She's also going to be helping us teach farming. So she's done a lot about farming and marketing, and she's just a great asset to our team. Jeffrey Levine from Boca Raton, Florida. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of him up in Tampa. He's going to be teaching us the lead conversion model, which is the inside sales agent model that Gary is preaching and teaching to the top agents in our company. And then finally, he's going to be teaching goal setting to the now. And let's face it, all big companies, whether it be Amazon, Delta Airlines, Coca-Cola, they all set goals, and all successful businesses have them. So again, this class is about 36 deals closed in 12 months. The 3 means you focus on 3 hours of lead generation each day. The 12 classes will help you determine what the lead generation focus is that you guys want to take. So it's going to be an awesome class. We've been working on this for 2.5 months behind the scenes, and it kicks off in March. And your team leader has all the information on it, and the classes will be recorded, by the way. So if for some reason you can't attend them, then we understand that. Go back and watch them. And we just guarantee you're going to have incredible success by attending this program. By the way, it's free to you because Sharon has paid for it. Last thing I want to say is it's being offered 4 times a year. So unlike some training classes that come and you pay for, and they come once a year or whatever, this is going to be offered to you 4 times a year, and you can take it as many times you want, and 100% of the agents from your market centers can take it. Sharon, any questions I can answer, or did I cover it all pretty good?
You said I had all the answers.
You have all the answers? Good.
Can you tell us about the days? Is it 12 days in a row? Is it how? I know
Yeah, sure.
What are the days?
Sure. Y'all are looking at calendar right now. And so what it's going to happen is going to start on, and this is the way the program was designed by Gary Keller personally. It's called experiential learning, much like BOLD, where it's a classroom environment. However, it's all done via Zoom, and it kicks off on March the 14th. And if any of you guys have ever taken BOLD, you know the first step to BOLD is the introductory session. So we have an introductory session on March 14th. All the classes, by the way, will be 2.5 to 3 hours. I would time block 3 hours. They start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, your time, so we don't affect your lead generation time in the morning. It goes 4 days. It goes Monday through Thursday. Then Friday, we encourage you to have an accountability session with either your peer partner, your productivity coach, or whomever your coach is. And then the following week, it's Monday through Thursday, and then Friday is accountability. And then the following week is Monday through Thursday, and then accountability. So you basically graduate on the 31st, and just lots and lots of focus with these top agents who have mastered each one of these sessions themselves personally in their business. So they bring so much value to you. Okay. Any other questions?
John, and I just want to make sure for clarity, you said that agents are able to attend one session. They don't have to do the entire program.
Yeah, see, I wrote this a little bit different than BOLD. Where BOLD, you know, we pretty much expect you to attend all 7 sessions in order to graduate and get your certificate. In this 36-12-3, in the perfect world, when Gary wrote this, yes, the ideal situation would be to take all 12 sessions and don't miss a single one. However, we do understand that you're busy, so it will not hurt you if you miss a session, or if you just go, you know, I kind of understand the validity and positioning. I kind of understand the command database, but I really need to learn more about farming, so I'll come in for the farming session. So you're welcome to do that. Just register if you think you're going to be attending any of the sessions so that we can get you the material.
All right, so this is going to be done quarterly, so if you miss some sessions, you can catch up. And they'll be recordings that you missed the rest of the year, and it will be recorded, and that's huge. Okay.
Yeah, and Sharon, on the recording, because of our limited space, and these are 3-hour classes, at the end of the month, you know, we'll keep it up, the recorded sessions, for about a week after the class is over. So probably around April 8th or something like that, then Zoom will take down all those sessions. So they've still got about a week after it's all over to go back and look at stuff, and they'll have all the materials and they can follow along if they can't make it to the live Zoom class.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
Okay, my pleasure. I'm excited, Sharon, that you got your market center participated. There's huge value for your agents, huge value.
We want to give them all the tools.
There you go. Well, you're doing it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, John.
This class is something that they were doing when I was here before, and I just missed out on being able to attend it when James hired me in 14. I mean, this is also a great class to bring a +1. If you have an agent friend, if you have a recruit, it is a great example of what we are all about and how fantastic our training is. We are a training company, so I hope that you'll think about who else could benefit. Anybody in your downline for PC coaches, new agents, just getting started, being a great foundation.
Do they have to be licensed and with us?
I don't think so. I mean, I invite recruits all the time to our training. I mean, you know, they're being called by 40 companies. So you refer somebody to K-Score, they get their license for free. It's another part of our wall of value. We hope that they come in with us because it changes their life. You know, so we want them to have every opportunity to see the value of our company. So that's, if you know somebody that could benefit, even if they're with another group by our education. You will let me know, I'll call them or invite them, bring them with you.
That'd be nice, because I have someone in K-School right now, so she's going through the studying for a license.
So these are all on Zoom. So these are all gonna be on Zoom. We're gonna see them in the training room where possible based on our scheduling, and you absolutely can do it. Yeah, but you can send them the link. Yeah. We encourage you to come in and take it together, especially the Friday accountability piece, have an accountability partner the same way you would with goals, just to help you stay on track and make sure that you're actually doing your homework and doing your goals. Okay, what else do we have available? I'm gonna skip back to other classes. We can go on and on. Melissa, do you want to talk about with the buyers for us for a minute?
Yep.
Yep.
Woohoo! All sparkly.
Oh, yeah, well, you know. And I'm sure gonna have grandchildren after this, so we'll catch it. But, anyway, so I'm Melissa DiMaria. A lot of you know me, a lot of you might not. But I am a 17+ year agent in this office. And I'm also an FAS instructor along with John and quite a few other people in our market center. But next week, next Wednesday and the following Wednesday, I'm going to be teaching on Zoom, Win with Buyers. So how many of you have taken this before? And have you taken it more than once? I have probably, between teaching it and taking it in 17 years, I would suspect I've taken it 12 or 13 times. So how much fun are you having with buyers right now? Yeah. So would it be helpful to you, right, if you had systems in place to, number one, keep track of them, keep them loyal to you through this ridiculous market? How many on average do you think, how many offers do you think you're writing per person? 6?
I'm lucky with
That's
the
high
two.
for writing.
Usually it's 3.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
3 times. Right? I don't know exactly what that number is. I've just started tracking it this year just because I'm curious, because I feel like that's what is right offers that don't get accepted. Not through no fault of mine, or the buyers. But if you had a system to keep them loyal to you, that you didn't put them in your car unless you knew that they were 100% loyal to you and they weren't going to go out and buy something from somebody else, right? And that you could get them to closing with some tips and tricks, right? To get them there with as least amount of effort as possible. Would that be worth your time? Absolutely, yes. So that's what the class is about. We're doing it in 2 days because we're going to learn how to truly do a buyer consultation, so that all of those things can happen for you and you don't have. Anyway,
if you've taken it before with me or you've been in a class with me before, you know, it's fun, it's real. It's what's happening today. It is absolutely something that I think right now, if you've taken it before, you need to do it again. And if you've never taken it, new agent, wow, just learn how to do it right the first time. And you will say, okay, so you'll leave the class with a lot of information. And the other thing you do the next day. And we're zooming. Yeah. And that particular class is gonna have agents from all over the country in it. In California and Hawaii, if you want to connect with people, that would be a great opportunity, even though we can do it. So it's up to people who can start connecting with people as well. Next Wednesday and the following Wednesday.
Thank you, Melissa. All right, guys, we have a great day planned, our inspirational day, and what is on March 11th. Nikki is putting on the Ritz, doing a fantastic program for us for inspiration. We haven't done this in what, is this the first one?
This is the first one for all three of our multi-centers together.
Right, and I hope that you will come. This is for you, about you. We're gonna be presenting awards to our agents, lots of different kinds, regional awards, so come and celebrate. If you want to get your RSVPs, head counts, text me, Amber, Chrissy, and let us know that you're coming and spread the word to your agent friends, because it's gonna be something very special.
We need you to register by tomorrow if you are intending to come, simply because we have to make sure that we have a head count for the lunch to our venue. We are hosting it at the Marriott St. Pete, so we'll be in the big banquet hall where they serve catered lunch. So we need to make sure that we can tell them what they need to do.
Who's pulling on attendance? Okay, I love it. New agents? It's a great time to meet agents that are experienced, that are, top of their field, a great way to get some people learning. Get that down here real quick. Gary's Mastermind. Okay, March 24th.
In person only.
Person only.
In
So for the new agents, this is a mastermind, Pinellas, Pasco, Hillsborough County, this is about the stats. You need to understand what's happening in our economy, our real estate local market, because that's what your buyers and sellers need to know from you to make a decision on what are they buying, what are they offering, what price is their home gonna be.
It makes you sound smart.
Yes.
I was just gonna say that.
What
you do?
Build your credibility with your clients, and that's what you want to come and get smart for your clients.
Yeah, and like Jake said in Bold yesterday, when we're sitting at their table and telling them, it doesn't always, they don't click in, but when you put it on paper in front of them, or our broker teaches us every month, they listen.
So there are a lot different personality types, right? We know about the DISC. A lot of us are not analytical numbers people, but a lot of the people that we work with are. They're gonna read every page of the contract, they're gonna crunch their numbers, it's their understanding, it's not hard. Okay, what else? Another FES class. So FES, Florida Educational Systems, is providing a great value to us. I think this class with Nico Paredes is a fantastic class. This is about putting your best foot forward, and we were talking about this on the morning call, about your pre-listing packet, your listing presentation, your buyer consultation. We don't want to wing it. We want to be prepared. We want to have a system and process, our CMA, and everything ready to go. So for new agents that haven't done this before, start it now. Be prepared.
He's a great instructor. He's so personable. I mean, at
I'm
the
having
reunion, we
taken a
kept
class
taking
with him.
photos when we see each other.
Okay, so that's great. Right? They're really how many of you think that you could benefit? I mean, if you know that you are up against other listing agents, don't you want to be the most prepared with the most professional presentation and know your stuff? And that's what you're going to learn from buyers and sellers in this class.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm Lindsay O'Donnell with Florida Best Foot Insurance, your in-house insurance agent, here to help with all of your insurance needs, homeowners, flood, auto, health and life, we've got it all, commercial. Insurance is really tough right now, rates are really crazy, carriers are really specific on 4-point inspections, so just give me a call, shoot me an email if you need any help. I did want to take a moment today and just give you guys a little bit of an update on myself personally in my business. I've been an insurance agent for 12 years, and I've actually been partnered with this office for 10 now, since 2012. I love you guys, and you're my favorite office and the most important realtors to me, so I wanted to bring this update to you guys in person. I'm not leaving. Sorry, here I go. That's wrong. I started that way wrong. I did this in my head, and here I go, going crazy up here. So I just actually, when Dusty was on the call before Bold started, and he was talking about 2022 being the year that we moved from E to P, we become more purposeful, I really felt like he was talking directly to me. For those of you that know, I had a baby last year, I started my family, and it's really just taking me back to kind of focus on what is important in my life, and how to be more purposeful in my business and what I'm doing. So I've been an agent for 12 years. It's been wonderful. I've built my business. Every goal I've set, I've beat and blown out of the water. And now I need a new challenge, and one that also allows me to focus on my family. So starting this year, I am the new Director of Business Development at Florida Best Foot Insurance. What that means is just rather than helping my own team and myself grow, I'm now focused on helping my entire agency grow. So I wanted to let you guys know this because I'm not going to be as active with quoting and binding myself anymore. What I'm going to be doing is focusing on where my passion lies, which is on educating realtors and lenders on insurance, teaching, training, going out and meeting people, and helping to elevate my entire office and agency to be able to offer the same level of customer service as I do. So what does that mean? I want you guys to know that you are always and forever my top and main priority. So your happiness and satisfaction with what we're delivering is my biggest goal and what's most important to me. My email is always active. I'm always on my email, Lindsay at Florida Best Club. Make sure you get it with that EY. There is another agency out there that is not affiliated with us, so it's a little confusing. Lindsay with an EY at floridabestquote.com. I'm there. I'm able to answer any of your questions. My phone is being answered by someone else, my assistant Nina. She's answering all my calls, so if you call there or send a client, she'll be taking those calls, and she knows how to get in touch with me. I'm still here to answer your difficult questions, help with your difficult situations. You got a client freaking out who needs to be talked off the ledge. I'm here, I'm available. Shoot me an email, say, Lindsay, help, give me a call. I can give you my direct number to still reach me on for moments of need if you need me and not just someone at the agency. And if you do have a difficult deal, I am still going to be quoting and binding for those situations and here to help. And like I said, if anything goes wrong, if anything is not 100% up to expectations, please let me know. That's what I'm focusing on these next few weeks and months, is really making sure everyone's offering the same level of service. So bring it to my attention, I will get it fixed, and I'm here for you guys no matter what, and will continue to be.
Love you.
I used you guys yesterday, and I think my clients are gonna go with.
Awesome, thank you. And see, I was here at Bold, so I still was able to offer the service. Lindsay, LINDSEY at floridabestquote.com.
Can you, and can we put this on our Facebook, just give us numbers of people within a 2 to 4?
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes you get totally overwhelmed and if people don't necessarily follow up, so just give us the people
To call.
to call directly, and it's totally fine, whoever you want us to call.
Tracy's been good.
Absolutely, yeah, Tracy's awesome in the office.
Yeah.
So, and that 813-850, for a while, that was going to my main office, and then we realized that was not working. That a lot went wrong during my maternity leave, so if anything happened during my maternity leave, I apologize for that. We set best set plans, I know, it's just.
It would just be super helpful if it was on the Facebook page so that we can reference that.
I can definitely post that for
So
you.
the 850 number no longer works.
No, it does, it goes to Nina, directly. Nina's answering that, and then she can forward to me, or get me a message, and I can give a call out.
Is that the same number that you route to the same place as 727-584-9999?
727-584-9999 goes to the main office, which is a round robin of people answering, so that number will always get you an answer no matter what, it's just I can't guarantee you will answer that
Any other questions? Congratulations. Thanks, Lindsay. All right, so a couple weeks ago, we had family reunion. We had our annual convention, and we have some agents here today that are going to tell you what they thought about it and give you some advice if you're going to go next year or the year after or the year after. So those of you that are on the panel, come on up.
Am I on it?
Not today.
I'm ready.
You would know, you would have gotten the.
I need one of the keys.
So.
I grew some.
I look forward to it. I know.
Hey, you brought notes? This is your Christmas card. Oh, wait, that's right. Yes. Where's my gun?
Feel free to chime in.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for. Thanks for agreeing to be on the panel. So I was there, I was at family reunion for Friday and Saturday and part of Monday, which was a leadership day. I think what you're gonna get the most out of is hearing about what's relevant for the agents. So why don't you just start, I mean, everybody knows everybody, right, almost. Tell the group who you are, how long you've been with Keller, and how many family reunions.
Okay, I'm Julia Wright. I have been with Keller Williams for 6 years. February 17th was my anniversary date for 6 years at KW. And I started with KW. This was I've been the Vegas one, Dallas, and Orlando. So 3.
Oh, New Orleans, 4.
Yeah, don't forget.
Sorry, oh, yeah, well, there's a reason I forgot New Orleans.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, New Orleans was great. New Orleans was a good one. It was my last really good. And I actually went early. I went Thursday and picked up 2 of my referral partners that flew in from Tucson and took them from the airport to stay with them Thursday night and then stay with the rest of the week and get the Not really. Later worry.
Oh, God. I'm Anjali Gill, and I'm the team leader of the Lucido Global team in Tampa. I've been with Keller Williams since 2016, and this was my 3rd family reunion. And it was really good. It was very different from the others. It was a lot more scaled down. There were less sessions. There were definitely less people. There were no masks and all that good stuff. But it was good. Loved a lot.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jody Ramsey. I am a single agent here. Been in office for a year and a half. This is my very first family reunion. So I was completely lost. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today.
I have all the great stories.
Wait a minute, you're off the panel.
I'm kidding.
I'm
Completely
kidding.
lost. Anyone that goes there, that's just something.
Joe Richards, been here for 4 or 5 years, something like that now. I'm a single agent. This was my first family reunion. And that was a good experience. Was I supposed to keep going? I thought that was kind of the point there. Introduction.
No script.
No.
Hey, I'm Christy DeMaracas. I'm your assistant team leader here at the office. Today's my 3-month anniversary. This is also my 2nd family reunion. I went to New Orleans a couple weeks.
That was the last one. How was that?
Yeah,
So
I
our
want to recover from that one.
Glad to be back, right, I know. So, Julia's going to get referrals. They all have a reason why and what they were hoping to get out of family reunion. I think what I would like to know is, what was your main reason for going? What did you want to accomplish for yourself personally, for your business by going? And were you able to accomplish those things at family reunion? Or did you benefit in a way that you might not have expected?
So mine was to meet up with my referrals, partners that I've been working with. As you know, last year I did 7.1 million in referral business alone, which is great. And I've really become great friends with a lot of people because we
Gabby, they're our type of people, real down to earth.
And then the other part was raising my price point luxury. So that was really enormous.
Could I just dial it back and explain to people who don't know what family reunion
Yes,
is,
you
what it
can.
is?
We're not scripted. You
Okay,
can talk
okay.
away.
Yeah, because we have a few new agents here. So Family Reunion is the annual convention of Keller Williams worldwide. So people flying from all over the globe. It's phenomenal. Normally you have about 18,000 agents pouring into one little town, and God bless that town. This time it was a lot less. Morris was a mess.
Well, and we have the OP from the Belize office out of our market center. So we have some agents that are part of KW Worldwide.
Absolutely. So it's a great time to not just learn, but also to network with not just people in our country, but around the globe. The way it's broken up is it's split over 4 days, and day one is normally when you come in and you have the welcome party and you sign up and you get all the basics done. And the first actual day is when Gary Keller comes on stage. It's always held in one of about 4 or 5 locations because he lives in an enormous arena for all these people. So Gary Keller comes on and you have been splashed around on these huge panels everywhere and gives us the state of the market and tells us what's going on in the market and really helps do what Gary Uvalini does out there. You know, empowers us, gives us the numbers, makes us smarter, so that when we talk, it's better.
And this is available for you to see. The vision, which is available for you to see online.
Yeah.
The
And I would
slides
highly,
and recording are on our Facebook page.
I would highly recommend you all go through it, keep those slides for your presentation. It really helps. And thereafter, you go into breakout sessions where you choose. There are different kinds of breakout sessions for teams, for individual agents, for our lender partners, etc. So you choose what makes sense for you, and then you put your running shoes on and scuttle between sessions in this huge convention hall and learn as much as you can, network as much as you can. So that, in a nutshell, is Family Reunion.
And a fantastic trade show.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you can learn about what's available to support your business, and that was gonna be one of my questions as we go on.
Yeah, and the trade show again, in the big arena, you've got everything from the people who provide your signs, to apparel, to giveaways, to DocLoop and DocuSign and Brevity and CRMs and everything. So that's a one-stop shop. You go in there, you get whatever you need to support you to run your business.
And KW also has like the command,
Yes.
you can go and learn and
Maps
map
coaching,
coaching, and then they have KW military now, and then they've got
luxury,
KW luxury,
land.
and KW Luxury.
I'm gonna get to that. No, that's okay, keep going.
So anyway, that is what Family Reunion is really all about for anyone who hasn't been there. I would highly recommend, when you can, try and make it. It's really worthwhile. What I went there for was the learning, the networking, and for me, most importantly, and which is why I apologize to all of you that I did not catch up with from here, yes, Joe, I see you. For me, it was catching up with my Lucio Global family. We had people from Lucio Global all over the US and Canada come in, so it was bonding time for me. So I was not being a snob and a
Yeah, right.
Joey.
Exactly. Governor.
Jody, we
Appreciate that,
wanna
thank you.
hear what you got to say.
For me, it was going, Julie and I are part of the KWSC group.
What is that?
That's the KW Sports and Entertainment, and they had a rec event. So my big thing was going up to as part of the group, so that way, you know, hold the girls with one another, build good relationships. I did want to learn about some of the stuff that was going on, and it worked out because I've been wanting to add an admin into my business, so that's what I did on my own before. And it worked, because that was one of the things I can have. So, that was one of the things that I really wanted to
So
do.
you applied something directly to your business and
Right.
you learned.
And I didn't hang out with any of these people just because I see them in the office. It wasn't that I was big, but I wanted to meet other people outside the office, so I ignored everybody. It wasn't that I was
to be rude, I just.
She's like.
But we did see,
Oh,
we did see
thank
her
you.
picture.
We saw the pictures. Thank you. Then the screen melted.
I felt like I looked pretty hot.
Yeah.
I was disappointed I'm not getting that type of communication, but that's all right.
He does well when it's helps
Um,
him drive them.
Yeah, how hot was the Uber driver?
So yeah, the learning stuff was good and, talking to people, and trying to communicate and that type of stuff, as well, just like everybody else. I feel like, I went with the mindset of trying to, get that energy back. Certainly after the last couple of years, things have, been in whatever whirlwind we're in, and I really wanted to kind of find and build that energy back, that and a love of real estate, coaching, and those type of things that I really kind of love about what we're doing here. So that was a big part of it. Obviously, the relationships, the people I met were fantastic. I got to thank Julia specifically. She opened herself up to me being able to be around the people that she's been around, and that was very helpful for me to kind of grow and meet some other people as well. So yeah, it was really kind of like I said, when you're in that environment, being there, it really does.
Overwhelming.
I guess I wasn't overwhelmed by anything. It was just a matter of, I wanted to create that energy every time I go to a convention of some sort and hear the people and hear their excitement and enthusiasm for it. It builds up in you as well, and you can kind of, again, project that out. And that's kind of what I felt like I was trying to do. And I would also suggest any of those people that being someplace like that, like being in this office, especially if you're struggling or there's anything that's going on that's tough in your world or whatnot, you need to be here. You need to be around the people that are developing that energy and creating that energy and helping you. Too many times, and I don't know if there's a bunch of people on the Zoom or whatnot, but, that they're not coming into the office.
Not Zooming anymore.
Oh, okay, so I guess I'm preaching to the choir here, but just meaning that, and if there's people that are out there that you're being around that aren't coming in, and for whatever reason they get isolated, which makes things worse. To be able to really kind of pull them in here and try to find a way to be a part of this culture, and that's a big reason why I'm here anyway, is I continue to learn and be able to take some of this culture home and be able to provide that for my own family. And that's really what this has been about for me, is to continue to try to build that culture for myself and be able to push that out to others. So that was really what I kind of did.
So I went to family reunion in a different seat than I did for New Orleans. So I feel like my ATL positions here runs very parallel with running my real estate business. But with that said,
Shout Sharon, by the way.
with that said, I did go for a different reason, and that was leadership. So my biggest reason why was to get to know the agents in the office, just because when I was in real estate, I didn't get the opportunity to really know the agents in our office. So that was really nice to be able to spend time with them, but also to learn from some of the best TLs in the business and the ATLs in the business, and see how they're making their market centers better and bigger, especially coming out of the pandemic with morale being a little bit low. What are they doing to help support their agents? How are they getting their agents plugged in, just like you guys are today? So that was my reason for going.
So everybody had a little bit different idea about what was gonna happen, so, so you mentioned you hired an assistant. It was something that you wanted to learn at family reunion, you plugged it right into your business. What about the rest of you, maybe what was your biggest aha at family reunion? Did you learn something super cool at the trade show? What have you implemented maybe since you've been back? And some advice.
Okay, so the keynote speech with Gary Keller
was the favorite thing, I've been saying it, we need to invest, buy dirt, we need to invest in property, we need to go to 52, 50, and buy some property, because as realtors, we need to invest in ourselves, and, it's the smart thing to do right now, because it's just running out of space. So that was one of my favorite things we said. As far as referrals, now, when I went to several luxury events, and I also wanted to point out, they had an event also to take care of yourself. How to deal with the stress in the market. So that's pretty neat. They want to make sure you're getting help. Even had a working with family one that the Rutherfords were on the panel for. As far as one of my favorite takeaways, I went to a luxury mastermind that they had to bring 2 police officers to the door because people did not RSVP like they were supposed to, and got turned away because they were significant panels where you're working with people at a table and you are masterminding. And so one of the things I do also real quick when I go to family reunion with Mabel Ferry stuff, I make swag bags. So there's like powder, Purell, a mint, my card, and on my favorite closer friends, I have key rings. Some of the ones I've really done business with, I actually brought like Florida cups, Florida towels. And then when I get back, after meeting people, I had a gallon bag full of, a Ziploc like this. And I actually will write back to everybody, going, so great meeting you, I try to take notes on each business card. One of the cute ones I just got was from Savannah, from one of the people I met. I got a $2 bill from one, it was like, it's really neat that people can come up with to send back, this is cute. And on her original business card, she's like, be my honey or something, let's work together, and it had this stick of the honey.
Really good, rip off.
Okay. So one of the cool things from the mastermind is raving fans. You get a referral from somebody. I have friends who were born and raised here, and my friends are my family. I don't have anything. So my friends mean this, and so when I see on Facebook people raving about me or referring me, I reach out. Like when I get a referral from somebody, they get a goodie bag, they get a gift. Usually it's a clothing. These people don't do this. These people have their own marketing. They have towels made up, like, I love my Van Dyke towel. And, not towel, blanket. They have blankets, they have slides. So once they get a referral, they said, you are part of our referral club, here's our Facebook link. And for 6 months, they're getting something in the mail, so they're top of mind. They give another, they start 6 months again. I think somebody's doing that to me right now. So, then that was awesome. And then the events, when they were talking about the events, you throw an event, the whole thing is getting your name recognized. This one woman, Linda, is hysterical. She's from California. She couldn't even go to one of her events. But her whole thing is you throw the event, and if you can make 3 times the amount that event cost you, you've done great. She was a riot up there too. And then, so I just don't want to take over because I don't want to talk, but you get a lot, and just the networking, it's just so much fun to do.
Great ideas. You can implement as you're doing.
And I typed everything.
5 minutes.
You can 3 minutes. And I have everything typed too. The ones I went to, I have typed. I've been meeting with them on Facebook.
How many of you that are here in the team meeting went? I know you went. So we do have some people that were at family reunion, and if any of you want to ask the panel questions, we can do that too. Do we have questions about it? I love hearing about the experiences, so I'm going to leave you up.
Okay, so I had a lot to say, but I am always.
What was the best thing?
The best thing for me was Sean Akers' Happiness Advantage, the keynote speaker. He just killed it. He was by far the best thing. There were 3 experiments he talked about, and I just got quick notes on them. The first one was where he broke up everyone into a group of 1 and 2. And I was hoping to do that today,
I did this at home with my daughter.
We don't have the time. We could keep it for another team meeting.
We can do it at the next team.
Yeah, and so maybe I won't talk about
Let's pass over that. Executive.
But it was really,
Is it about mindset?
it is on mindset. It's
It's about
talking
mindset.
about how, it's talking about mirror neurons really, and how happiness is contagious. And if I sit next to you, he can straight his face, and you smile at me warmly, there's no way I can't. So it's talking about how to generate and create happiness and confidence and positivity in the world. One thing I will give you is the top 3 game. Now, this is not related to Sean, but we are short on time, so I'm talking about when you're sitting with your buyers, this was one thing I picked up and I implemented. Play a game with, if you've got the husband and wife, or the wife and wife, or husband and husband. Give them both a piece of paper with top 3 written on it. Each one writes the top 3 things that's important to them in a house. And then you give them 5 minutes to write, 2 minutes to write it, and then 2 minutes to sit down and consolidate that to the top 3 between them. And you'll find it's very different, what the husband wants out of it, what the wife wants out of it. Sit down and consolidate it and give me the top 3 that you'll decide on.
I thought you were gonna say throw the husbands away.
How that often happens.
Just want to say that.
That's the husband's 3.
Great way to get to know your clients.
Absolutely, and it saves you a lot of time.
And see who really has the.
Who's the boss? Yes.
who's
Where
boss?
is it?
Yeah.
Also keep a long list of divorce attorneys on hand on that. No, but that is one of the things I implemented in practice. I will pass on.
All you, girl.
Well, it wasn't necessarily a aha moment, because I knew I needed an admin, but going in and listening to what your agent, oh my gosh, I'm just asleep. But the biggest thing was make sure that if you're gonna hire an admin, make it where they don't want it. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to give them all the money in the world. You have to have a good working relationship. One thing that was like truly amazing is the CEO of Cyberback was right up there. And he was showing that his assistant has, like, he puts on these glasses, and like when he's walking through, he pops 2 glasses to the assistant, and she's like, reading stuff, and I was like, and by the way, they're only like $30.
No way.
What
What are they called?
There's some kind of Bluetooth, you can put Bluetooth, oh no, I'll put it up on the Facebook.
Ray-Ban has a dot glasses.
Is there anyone here that has a team or a buyer's agent or a showing agent? But if you are gonna start a team, you're gonna have buyer's agents. You wanna make it so that they never want to leave. Absolutely. Yeah, yes. Value, they're valuable. Thank you.
Oh, hey, geez. Awesome.
Always really nice.
Yeah, that's all right. So what was the best thing? I guess I had a couple things. One, they did, and I know that I think we've already expressed this, but kind of creating buying and selling seminars that you can run yourself. I thought that was something that was impactful in the way that you can start to create opportunities for yourself as the agent that knows what they're doing, and educate your people and have them trust them by starting to advertise or create these meetings.
Maybe like a niche. Like
center.
a niche
So yes, that would be
market
one of the ways to do it. Yes, you could definitely put yourself in a position to be more specific with what you're doing. Or, like I said, you could be generalized in the sense when you're first starting out. Because, like I said, you don't know who you're going to attract when you first start out. And as you kind of go along, you continue to kind of break those things down and start to listen to the questions that are being asked consistently and really kind of tailor it towards that. So being able to create more opportunity.
So when is your first seminar going to be?
Mine?
Yes.
Great question. I should do that sooner rather than later. So April.
That's a deadline, yes.
Yeah,
What date?
deadline.
4th.
Throwing that out there.
Garrett, you heard it here.
April 1st. April 1st, school day.
Yeah, whoops.
I was just joking.
One thing I wanted to add real quick, I know we're out of time,
Amber's giving us the.
just remember when you go to family reunion, before you go, find a buddy from the office, or even if you know another Keller Williams agent from another office, wherever. Have a buddy. I know Julia shared a room with Yale, that really helps, but also remember is, if
if you stay on the hotel track, if you will, you don't need your car. So you get shuttled back and
Whoa.
forth.
Oh, you
I
can.
drove a lot of people around. I don't know, I don't know if that's the case.
The nice thing is you can keep your car at the hotel and take the shuttle back and forth,
Or just walk. They actually give you hotels that are close enough. I stayed in one of those. We just walked across the bridge.
Yeah, break a leg, I guess, when
I
I.
yeah, we saw that. How that
Yeah.
two mass accidents in that.
Just so you guys know, there was a salsa dance convention at the same time. I went over there because I had some costume stuff, met with a couple people, and they're like, your Keller Williams people are kind of crazy. Like, the salsa people were talking about everybody at Family Reunion. They're like, they got missed, they're crazy.
The Uber drivers were all saying how amazing.
Okay, so thank you guys very much for see you next week.
For those of you who did go to family reunion, all of the videos are up on the board now, where you can log in and watch the breakouts that you missed. When you go to familyreunion.kw.gov and log in and
That's why I